lakad matatag!
Normally. So if you're able to steal that away with a static link, maybe you could just feel comfortable even without that BKB to stand in the middle of these team fights and just brawl back into a primal. Success.
He should not get a lot of farm at all. Like, I feel like if somehow XXS has 20 last hits and at a decent stage in this lane, then there's something has gone wrong bottom.
Yeah, I mean, Siamese Cat, he bought out 2 sets of tangos to be able to begin with, so he wants to get aggressive in this lane. He wants to be hitting him instead.
This is something
That's
going
enormous.
wrong. Utoric, this is what I mean. Like, something he hasn't been able to block up the hard camp. So Siamese Cat should be able to find the pull. He can also protect it as well with the disruption if required. So this is now going to free up the equilibrium, which is, again, this bottom lane continuing to not be a good start.
Is he going to get a solo kill here? He's going to consider it.
Right, indeed. 4 stacks in the last right click. So
Siamese Cat. And he's dragging Yatoro out of the lane, so he can't even get any last hits. The man is doing everything right now.
Oh, God.
How much pleasure do you think you got out of that one?
A lot of pleasure. I think the pleasure meters are through the roof.
I was considering if Toronto Tokyo would make a move up top, considering he just has the Dream Coil. Anytime you're playing into a tiny lane, very easy damage just with that toss back. But I think he realized that he needs to address this mid lane. Siamese Cat is going to be looking to push it out as much as possible, make sure that there's not some free damage and, more importantly, experience and net worth going underneath the tower. Even going to be able to get another stack off, I would assume, on his way back. Never mind. Feels like he might be a little bit too late. Sentry's just expired inside of the dire triangle, so he's going to be able to back off, and well, at least he'll get the stacks built up now at the 7-minute mark. XXS.
There we go, beautifully done. Team Spirit finally able to bring down the Brood Mother. They've had some difficulties killing him, but haven't really had difficulties simultaneously bottom lane. They might be a little bit faster. Success, they got the frostbite out, but Toronto Tokyo was too far away, and now it's top where the aggression's going to be. It's collapsed. Well, Monet's just baiting. It's just a juicy razor, just hoping that collapse steps a bit too far for them, and all of a sudden, 3 members of Aster pop out of the tree line and find an easy kill onto the Primal Beast.
No reactions coming through from Team Spirit, and that's a good thing for them. You know, you're able to sit Mira in this mid lane. He gets more of that experience that he vitally needs. He's going to get into the earlier Blink Dagger. So,
lane for Yatoro. Already one, well, I should say 2 components completed. On the river.
There's that coil snap.
Beautifully done from Mira. Pops the coil, tossing back over towards Collapse. Siamese Cat is in a position to protect him for the moment, but Collapse is going to be able to set up for the charge, and Ori will go down. Team Spirit, can they get more out of this? So they're going to be eyeing up Baboka. The combination's up shortly from Mira. Maybe they feel like they don't have the damage. Instead, they're going to go for Siamese Cat. Toronto Tokyo needs one more right click. And in fact, Maposhka will yoink it from afar. The Crystal Maiden easily done.
Easily claimed. What I really like about Maposhka as well, yeah, it was probably a bit more for the laning stage, but they should know that they've got vision down the bottom. Oh, yeah.
They're trying to get there for Aster to try and pick it up for Lesh, but not going to be fast enough. You might smoke with it, and yeah, they're going to.
It's just a question of what do you get in exchange. Boboka going to continue playing around this vision. He might be able to back off in time. Oh,
they can strong.
Oh.
Okay, they'll get him now.
Does he have a jump? Maybe.
Maybe when they sneak by. And that they will. Beautifully enough, Pulverize is such a short cooldown that it doesn't even feel like such a...
Concerned, to be fair. But again, you have been able to not die too many times on Siamese Cat, just the 1 death so far, and so he hasn't gone into the Aether Lens first. A lot of the time, you just get double value out of the Arcane Boots. Who have they found?
In the river, it's just Siamese Cat. Solo kill for Toronto Tokyo. Should be able to... Oh, he's not even going to be able to find it. All right, up to top now we go by the outpost. A jump in. Onto Collapse, but Mira with the Blink reveal as well. They're decent Avalanche to be able to prevent the follow-up. But it looks like they'll just sacrifice Mira's life, so a 1-for-1 in the end across the map. Finally does finish his food is Toronto Tokyo.
Man, they have pinged about 3 different times that they've got...
As well to try and jump in if he finds an opening, but Aster, they're going to back off of his team. Roche is still relatively low. Let's see if they want to try and claim this. It's a scary fight for Dire.
Yeah, but they have no vision right now on Spirit, so it's going to need to be a ballsy dive by Collapse.
They need to time it perfectly. Collapse going to attempt it, but it'll be too late. Mira still gets an incredible avalanche with the follow-up as well. They're all grouped up on Aster, but they haven't died just yet. Monet turns with the BKB. He's going to be okay, along with Ori, thanks to the Bloodstone, but they want to kind of call the retreat, as Monet will just TP out directly in their face, but unfortunately for Ori, he will not have the same fate. And now it's time for Spirit to clean up. They'll be able to chase down XXS to the south. Collapse will find a freebie. Under the back over to the left track they go, but Yatoro... Oh no, can they even kill Ori? They might not be able to. Mira's stuck on the higher ground now. He's finally going to be able to jump down to help out as well. The damage has been dealt. They don't have an answer to the left track, especially with the Shadow Demon playing behind Ori.
Oh, who's baiting who?
To wherever Yatoro is positioning. This will now come down to kind of the support's itemization to protect him. His Collapse, he found the opening. He's onto the Shadow Demon. Wraith Pack will help mitigate a lot of the damage, but the rest of Team Spirit are nearby. A coil onto 3. Yatoro will look to enter as well. Play around with the battle trance.
Got the
cleanse. Not a lot of damage onto Ori at the moment. It looks like Aster are going to be okay to turn this one back around. Up to the northern side though, Yatoro finally able to deal with XXS. But the Splitter stops him in his tracks, and they don't have the damage. Look at him dance left, right, and center as XXS stays alive, and now he can get the finishing blow. As Toronto Tokyo just lives out to the right, a waning rift to separate himself from the Marcy. Such a messy fire, but it looks like at least his jump or even Toronto Tokyo's jump.
He just wants that goddamn Shadow Demon, man. He is doing so much to be able to stop him, right? The Blink Dagger, and I'm sure after that's probably going to come. He's going the Basher. I wouldn't have hated the Lincolns.
Easy kill for Ori. Lane board scouting out Mira's position, so still have Toronto Tokyo to continue cutting top. If he gets his Koro, this is huge. That's the Blink Dagger now. So you were just mentioning how important it is for Ori.
I mean, it's pretty important for them to defend the base as well. Probably going to need to use the buyback here on Mira with all of these spiders to tank up.
A Siamese Cat as well. That's priority number 1. They've got a sentry nearby as well. Glimmer Cape's not going to really help it out too much, but the banishment will hold them back for the moment. If they can control Yatoro dealing with the static link, but look at the damage coming through for the battle trance. Yatoro's going to try and stand toe-to-toe, but
linked now.
Sorky up the right clicks, the Hex follow through, and they just rip apart the troll. As soon as Ori shows up, Spirit need to split away. They need to cut their losses.
There's that
in the
Hex.
river, they might not be so fortunate as Collapse will get some distance thanks to the Avalanche. Onslaught back up shortly as well, but the splitter timing from Ori is on point. No escape for the Dino. Collapse, a slow and painful death. He'll make him work for it in the end, but Ori beyond godlike on the Lesh.
Instantly though, Team Spirit, they went for the lane. Already just more of that passage damage coming through. Would have been great for Ori with the Nihilism. Would have been great for Siamese Cat as well, just to be able to get 3 cleansers off.
Look at the read from either side. This is beautiful. Spirit have control, but Aster recognize this. They're going to smoke and look to invade.
Right, they're in the middle.
Ori jumps. Instant use of the BKB, but they're going to try and get the damage out. Yatoro doing a lot at the moment, but as soon as Monet soaks away with a static link, there's just nothing they can do as Team Spirit once again on full retreat, but they will not escape as Aster surround them and bring them down. The finishing blow as Spirit have to tap out and win this game loss for them. They will be moving down to the lower brackets. Do you think there's a potential for them to aggro? Oh, we don't have long. I think they could aggro depending on what the pick's going to be. Okay, so we got a Zeus. So we see the mid lane.
Be able to take away at least one of those water runes. Get another wave, and he's a little bit ahead on the experience as well on Ori. So have to be very careful now on Toronto Tokyo. Doesn't have too much of that safety.
Bottom lane, Miposhka's going to end up going down. First blood picked up again for Aster in this Broodmother lane. Yatoro should be able to hit back with a long range attack, so they'll get a 1-for-1. But again, this isn't a lane that should be very favorable.
But Siamese Cat with level 2 Purifying Flames. Always a danger to start rallying out the damage if they feel they need to. Boca might be in
some trouble. Yeah, look to jump in, but Monet wasn't ready to follow up. So Marcy will end up going down. Mira playing around with the snowball perfectly, but Monet finds 3 razors. He's going to be relying on the right clicks, and instead he'll turn to Mira afterwards, so they won't get the prime kill into Collapse's life, but at least Monet will find something out of this. Ted as well, maybe to try and protect Toronto Tokyo, or more likely actually set up for the 8-minute power rune if they can give this to the Zeus. Fortunately, the 50-50 is not going to pay out in their favor. Ori once again with a power rune to work with.
But I mean, look at that mid tower. It's already at less than a quarter HP just off the back of a Zeus. This is not what a Zeus lane does.
Not at all. Bottom lane, Miposhka might be in some trouble here.
So might XXS if they get a lucky root with the disarm coming through.
They'll just wait until it expires. Beautiful kiting from Raposhka, making sure that he's just never in a compromised position. It's now top lane. Monet, they're going to be able to snowball on forward, closing the gap instantly. Run, little piggy, run as Monet back towards the tier 2 tower, but collapse instantly. Just be able to close the distance onto Baboka with the long stretched arms, be able to slam into the ground.
Much better start to the game.
What as well? They're diving XXS, alright.
Yeah.
So this is what we're expecting out of this bottom lane.
Give them a ton of value on Team Spirit as they go for a smoke of their own. They know that they need to be playing around the fact that they might have this vision up here, and Mira's going to pop underneath it.
But look at the vision that Aster are playing with now. They see all of Spirit on the high ground. They're going to try and target down Siamese Cat. A lot of damage. Oh, Spirit! All the magic damage coming out in the end. It's the captain that's rewarded with the triple kill. What a freezing field as Baposhka just cleans up.
Maybe
in case there is a defense.
They know they lack the damage, and they're going to be able to find the Brood.
Success, slam into the ground, but Siamese Cat is going to be playing with at least the ultimate to protect the Brood for the moment. Very close to the tier 2 tower, so the rotation's going to come out from Monet. Toss back closer to the Shadow Fiend, but the snowball will buy him some time. And Mira can step to the southern side, and again, the push.
Let it go!
Just let it go, brother, let it go! Collapse can now go behind the tier 2 tower as well. Dancing into the tree line, and they will not catch up as Spirit. They've got all the answers here in this second game.
I mean, they know that they're just lacking damage on Aster right now. That's why they're feeling so confident in going underneath these tier 2 towers, because they know that the turnaround isn't on point. As soon as Ori's not there, they just don't have that burst potential. They don't have the reap.
Particular around this mid lane. See if they're going to wrap on XXS. Mira's in a great position. Toronto, Tokyo as well, moving on over. Hippies are starting to come through. It's going to be Siamese Cat with the ultimate once again to try and buy enough time for XXS to survive the gank. And now Aster, the goons have shown up. It's going to be Ori and Baboka with the wraparound. They're going to try and target down Toronto, Tokyo. They should be able to secure the kill at the moment, but again, the freezing fill. Look at the damage from Baposhka. It's going to be soaked up for the moment, but it will not matter as Collapse swings into the neighborhood underneath the secret shot. Baposhka's going to have the finishing damage onto XXS, and Collapse will also slam down the Rockman as well. What's going on, man? Again, with the vision, Ori's in trouble. They've got the Oracle at least playing off to the right side to try and buy him some time, and the shard's just off the mark, but that's where Collapse can come into play to help out with a sloppy mistake. Is now an easy kill onto the Oracle, and Ori will be chased down. XXS is trying to find an angle into the team fight, but with 5 members of Spirit, they'll be able to protect him and make sure that no one dies.
Oh, they were. Oh, is it lightning bolt on the high ground? Ooh, just off. Wanted to use the haste instead. Monster's 8, I think.
Smoke from Spirit. Aster grouped up at the moment around their high ground. XXS in a pretty good spot to pop the smoke. It's actually going to be Ori they run into first. And bye-bye Tiny. Not long for this world. And look at Collapse as well, just recognizing his role. Going straight towards the backline, trying to push the Oracle away from the defensive position. And off to the right side, FCFs have been caught out as well as Shotoro.
They already called it.
All right, Aster, they've had enough. And a 19-minute GG call as Spirit just blow them up in this second game.
Should have said mega kill streak.